Hi guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Tuesday, April 10th, and I am here today with my week 14 post-op VSG update. So to start with stats, again, my name is Grace. I'm 5'8", 27 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy or VSG weight loss surgery. My high weight was in May of 2017, and that was 354 pounds. I lost 35 pounds over my medically supervised weight loss diet, and on the day of surgery, my starting weight was 319 pounds. Last week I came at you with a weight of 270.7 pounds, and today I weighed in at 268.2. So that is a weekly loss of 2.5 pounds, a loss since my starting weight of 50.8, and a loss since my highest weight of 85.8. Woo! First point before I talk about that, I just want to apologize. I'm kind of talking a little bit weird. I bit the edge of my tongue today, and it kind of hurts when I'm talking. So if I talk sort of differently, that's what that is. Anyways, stats. 2.5 loss, 2.5 pounds in a week. Pretty par for the course for me, right? Between like 1.5 to 2.9 seems to be my weekly loss. I'll take it. I'm happy with it, especially because this week I not only got into the 260s, but I'm down 50 pounds from surgery. So I have lost 50.8 pounds since surgery, so super exciting. I can't believe I've already lost 50 pounds. It doesn't feel like I've already lost that much, but my clothes are definitely fitting me better and differently, so I have, yeah. Weight, good, coming off. Never as fast as you want it to be, but I am pleased with my progress. Especially because I've mentioned this a bunch. I'm lifting weights. I actually started lifting heavier yesterday, so we'll talk about the gym now. I have been doing kind of, back in October, I met with a personal trainer, and she developed kind of a little plan for me. Due to a variety of reasons, I didn't really start doing the plan until about early March. I did it a few times pre-op, and then post-op, I started doing it like 2 to 3 times a week in March. It was going fine, but I was noticing that not only was I not able to progress in weights, but it actually seemed to be almost getting more difficult to do it. So I was using the exact same weight, and it seemed a little bit harder, and I wasn't quite getting the muscle fatigue feeling that I wanted to, like, really reiterate that I'm building muscle and breaking all those tissues down. Part of that is I'm losing weight at a rapid pace. I am severely restricting my calories. I'm eating at 1,000 plus calorie deficit, probably like 2,000 plus deficit. There's just no way I'm not going to lose muscle with that. It's basically impossible with how much weight and how quickly I'm losing it. So I'm not entirely surprised that that it was getting a little bit harder, but one of the things I've always really liked about myself, and something that comes along with being big, is you're often strong, just naturally stronger. You have naturally more muscles without actually really trying. So I want to maintain that. So I met with my personal trainer again yesterday, and we devised kind of a new routine. We kind of talked over all of what I want and my limitations, and so we're doing this new thing where I'm doing different machines, and I'm really lifting to failure, and so I'm timing myself for each machine for 2 minutes, and I have to try to pick a weight that I basically fail between the 1 to 2 minute mark. And so that's how I know I have the right weight. So we kind of went through, found the weights that I think I need to be at, and oh my god, my arms are like noodles right now. But I am feeling excited about it. I'm excited to kind of do this program for the next 6 weeks. We'll see how it is. I'll meet with her again and kind of reevaluate where I'm at. But yeah, so the gym is going Well, I went yesterday, I went this morning. I didn't do my new routine this morning just because she doesn't want me to do it 2 days in a row, so I just did my old weight routine, and then, of course, cardio. But, yes, all of that is going well. I continue to enjoy the gym, moving my body. I'm feeling really positive about that. I realized, I don't know that I've officially updated you guys on my back. I think the last I left it was mostly okay. Now it's like completely fine. It's 100% better. And I do credit part of that with not only the acupuncture and the physical therapy, that was the bulk of the work. And then of course time, it just gets better over time. But I think going back to the gym and like actually starting to lift weights and move more and losing weight, like all of those things are factors into why it feels better. But it hasn't bothered me at all in over a month. So just wanted to say all of that is in the clear for now. I am still doing acupuncture. I'm going every other week. I finished my physical therapy, but I'm doing acupuncture every other week. And we're now just doing like general constitution stuff. It's supposed to help with like gastrointestinal issues, which, you know, as most weight loss surgery patients are aware, like it's a little slow moving. So I was like, why not? She also said it's supposed to like help with weight loss, so I'll take whatever I can get. And it's just relaxing, and my insurance covers 16 sessions in a year, so I'll just do it until I hit that mark. I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice self-care activity. I got new clothes for the first time since surgery. My sister had a bunch of clothing that she's planning to like donate that she doesn't want anymore. And she's smaller than me, so she went over to her house and we went through all of her stuff. She has a very different style than me. More risque, and she would say fashion forward. So there were a number of things like just sheer tops and bustiers that I was like, I don't think I'm gonna wear that. But she did have some stuff that was nice, and fits me better than the stuff I currently have. Some of it was some of it was way too small for me still, and then some of it's like a little tight, but I think in like 10 pounds it's gonna be perfect. So yeah, it was nice to have some new clothing. I have not gone shopping since for actual clothing. Like I haven't gone and tried anything on since my surgery, partially because most of my clothing still fits acceptably. Some of the stuff is starting to get into that line of it's too baggy. I'm getting that way, especially with my pants. I've mostly just been living in leggings. I wore a pair of pants last week and was like, I can't wear these again in public. It looks like I like shit my pants or something because they were just so loose and like dragging. Not good. I do think I'm going to need to go and get some like, some jeans or something just to have, non-legging pants, but you know, it's getting into summer, so maybe I'll just go and get some capris, so those will fit me a little bit better. And yeah, I haven't gone in, so yeah, partly because my stuff is still fitting, partly because I don't really want to spend the money while I'm still very much planning to lose a lot more weight, and partly because I don't think that I've gone down a lot of sizes. I think I was wearing probably a size too small at my high weight. I think I was like kind of pushing out the clothing I already had because I'd gained a little bit from my maintenance was like 330, I would say. And then I would say like I wear my clothing pretty tight normally, like it's more form-fitting. So that means I just have more wear in it. So I think I was started at like a 3X, 4X. Like I was wearing a 3X. I probably should have gone to 4X in a few things. And I would say I'm probably a comfortable 2X right now. I don't know for sure, but some of the stuff my sister gave me was 2X, but she also lived in Australia for 5 years, and so most of the clothing she gave me is Australian sizing, so not 100% sure what the exact ratio is. But yeah, it was fun to get some new clothing. I've never liked clothing shopping, and most big girls probably would tell you that. I don't know that that will change as I lose weight. We'll see. I mean, just the thought of it, it's just so exhausting and boring, and I don't go clothing shopping very often. I've never been into it, and maybe that will change as I can actually, like, wear more things, and I don't get hot so easily, like, you know, like, I'm sure this is not just me. I think this is just generally overweight people, like, temperature regulation is not a thing that exists when you're fat. And so it's like going from hot to cold, and like I always sweat, and then I just, you know, and if you don't look cute, like if I didn't make my face and my hair look cute, then like everything looked terrible. And you know, like all that generically size stuff that isn't tailored in a, you know, at stores, it just never fits your body right. Anyways, we'll see if I eventually start to like grocery shopping. I love grocery shopping. If I like clothing shopping. For now, I still don't, and I don't know that that will change, but I'll keep you guys posted. Don't worry. What else? Oh, so this is something I was like a little bit bummed about, but I wanted to share because you gotta share sometimes the like sort of sad things. Like this surgery, I'm so grateful for it. I would do it again in a heartbeat, but like I want to acknowledge that there are things that I miss about my old life. And one of those things is restaurant week. So here in Seattle, we have a restaurant week every April and October. It's like 1 to 2 weeks. A bunch of like really nice restaurants partake, and they basically have like a set menu that's a set price, and it comes with an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. So basically you pay like $30 and you get to have an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. They're like full size and they're really yummy, and it kind of gives you an opportunity to try nicer restaurants maybe you haven't gone to before. And like when I go out to a restaurant, I rarely, even pre-op, would rarely get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, all three. So, you know, it's kind of like you get to spoil yourself a little. And I have gone basically every time. Like this is always something I've really enjoyed doing. Usually I go to like 2 to 3 restaurants each time with different people. But I realized as I was trying to like make plans with someone that it really didn't make sense for me to do it this year. I can't eat an entree, an appetizer, and a dessert right now. I could barely even eat an entree or just an appetizer. Because it's a set menu, I wouldn't be able to, you know, there's different choices, but it's unlikely that I would really be able to choose something that's totally protein forward, especially not for dessert. And it doesn't make sense for me to spend that much money if I can only eat like 1/8 of the food being served. And I was pretty bummed. I'm still a little bit bummed. I know that one day it might be something that I can do. It might be something where I can try to share it with someone, you know, like once I can eat a little bit more, or yeah, I could go with someone and we could split. I'm very particular about what I'll eat. Like I'm very picky. So splitting things has never been a thing that worked really well for me, partially just because I'm fat and I want to eat all the food before. But now even, I just feel guilty because what I will eat is severely limits what we can share. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, that is something I'm a little bit bummed that I can't participate in. It's something that was really fun. Another thing that a very fond memory I have is when I went and visited 2 of my best friends from high school that both moved to Washington, D.C. And I visited them and we went and did bottomless brunch. And we spent like 4 hours parked at this amazing tapas place and got like bottomless mimosas, bottomless tapas, and we just shared and we ate until we basically were gonna throw up, and we were really drunk. And I mean, it was just like a very fun way. And when we caught up, we don't see each other that often. I just realized like that's not really something I'll probably ever really do again. I mean, I can go there and I'll get my own food and I can chat with them. I mean, it's not to say that those things are, the aspects of that are shut off to me, but like going to a buffet, even if when I get more food to eat, I mean, when I have a greater capacity, like I don't know that that would ever really financially make sense to go to a buffet and spend the $30 or whatever to only be able to eat 4 to 8 ounces of food, you know, depending on how far out I am and whatever. And again, this is in no way to say that I think that those small little things are significant enough that I wouldn't get the surgery. It's not even like a register as like that severe. I just wanted to acknowledge, because it would feel insincere to not acknowledge it, that there are things that this surgery does prevent you from being able to do. And in some ways that's a good thing. It's good that I can't just go to a buffet and like gorge myself on, you know, thousands and thousands of calories of food. But, you know, those were fun experiences that will be different now post-op. And I'm okay with those differences. I've accepted those differences. They are absolutely worth it. But I think sometimes, I know people focus on the positive, which they absolutely should, or maybe the negative in terms of like mental stuff. But these are tangible things that, at least right now, I can't participate in, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to really participate in the same way that I did before. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a thing that I am a bit wistful about, mayhaps. I don't know, it was on my mind this week because it is Seattle Restaurant Week, and so I just wanted to mention it. As it was something that just sort of crossed my mind as, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But not much more than that. I feel like talking about it is making it a bigger thing than it is, but let's see. I did have last week, just in full transparency, so I did a what I eat in a day video that I posted on last Saturday, and it was for last Thursday. And it was a little bit lower calorie than my normal days are, by like 50 to 100 calories, not like by a ton, but it was lower calorie, wasn't that hungry that day. And then Friday, I was ravenous, and then I felt like a liar because I mean, what I posted for my Thursday, that was what I ate on Thursday, and it was legitimately following my hunger. But then Friday, I was so hungry all day, and it was physical hunger and it was mental hunger, and I don't know where it came from. And something that my therapist has been wanting me to work on is like, when I have these urges to eat, like trying to figure out, is there like some emotion driving it? Like, why do I want to eat? And I feel like it's just because I want to eat. Like, I like to eat, I want to eat. I don't know what it was. I was way over my calorie goal for that day. I just had a severe lack of control over my eating. And I mean, I was eating snacks that were weight loss surgery friendly. So my protein was like way high that day, partially driving the increased calories. My carbs were over, obviously, just because everything was over, but not, it wasn't like I went and gorged myself on donuts. It was like, I just wanted to eat enlightened bean crisps and fatty cheese and a full protein bar instead of half a one. I don't know, it was just, those days do not happen to me frequently post-op, but they have happened, and I do want to acknowledge that. And that's something that I work on, I struggle with every single day, is willpower and saying no when I don't need something, and giving my A+ effort. Sleeve Me Seymour on Instagram had some story. She was talking in her stories earlier this week about what kind of like effort are you giving? What kind of student are you when it comes to your weight loss surgery? And she's just like, some people are giving their A+ effort, some people are giving their B effort, and if you don't give your A+ effort, you're not going to get A+ results, and that's fine, you do you, but like, you need to acknowledge that if you're not on point 100% of the time, if you're not doing every single thing you can to get to your goal, then you can't be upset if you don't get all the way there. If you just get 80% of the way there, and if you're only giving 80% of your effort. And most of I try to give my A effort, and some days I don't, and I'm trying to figure out why that is and how to change that. And I don't know, it seems like it should be so simple, right? It seems like you should just be able to say, no, I'm not going to do this. I deserve better than this. I deserve to reach my goals, to give this my all. I don't need this extra 100-calorie bag of crisps. Like, just no. I'm not hungry. I don't need it. And 90% of the time, I can do that. And 10% of the time, that voice does fucking jack shit. And I eat that bag. And and I'm just doing a lot of mental processing when those things happen to figure out why what's going wrong in that 10%. And if you guys have any amazing insights or ways that you really keep yourself on track all of the time, let me know. Like I said, I am on track most of the time, but there are just some times where nothing seems to work, and my inner fat girl, who is still an outer fat girl, is very fucking persuasive. She is a crafty bitch, let me tell you. So she's always whispering in my ear about how 100 calories right now won't hurt, blah, 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 blah. And intellectually, I know that that is a slippery slope. And most of the time I can be like, bitch, no. But sometimes she's wily, you guys. She's smart. Anyways, yeah, just want to talk a little bit about that. I have my 100-day post-op appointment with my surgeon's office on Friday. I'm really excited. They have, it's not a DEXA machine, but it's like the same thing. It's just called something different, like DECA or something. But I'll do like a full body scan so I can see all of the cool like physics charts and compare that to all of my pre-op appointments. They do measurements of just a few things, so I can compare what they have on, you know, what they have and to now. I'm going to meet with my nutritionist, so I'm excited to just talk to her more about where I'm struggling or where I want some more guidance, and like what the, where she wants me to be at and where I want me to be at. And just get us on the same page. This is my first appointment with them since 2 weeks post-op, so I haven't seen them in about 3 months, and this should be good. I'm really excited. I will, of course, update you guys in my next weekly update about how all of that goes. So, I think that's everything for this week. I'm doing good, as always. I am trying to stay very positive and optimistic about this. I mean, I am in the 260s, you guys. That is insane. I am so close to my next milestone. I can practically taste it. I actually saw 267 on the scale earlier this week before it popped up a little bit. I think because I'm retaining some water because of my heavy lifting yesterday, because I am hella sore. But no matter, I will get there. 50 pounds down since surgery, 50 pounds down in just 14 weeks. That is fantastic, and I cannot wait to see what else is in store. I hope you guys are all doing wonderfully. I've been watching a lot of videos, of course, in my spare time. If any of you make videos and I am not already watching you, of course, let me know. My time is, you know, less and less as I get busier and busier, but I like to watch these videos while I'm doing my cardio in the gym and when I am trying to avoid my real life responsibilities. So help me procrastinate. All right, that's it for me. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again. Oh, I'll come back at you guys on Thursday. I filmed my Q&A videos from my giveaway, and so I think I split those into 2 videos, so I think they're gonna post Thursday and Friday. I'm just finishing up the final edits, so check those videos out. All right, you guys, have a good one.